The ritual opens with a call from the drum known as the break. There's a great proverb. I heard it first from a master drummer dancer from Mali. Without the drum, there can be no dance. Hidden in plain sight are patterns of primordial binary ones and twos that are seamlessly stitched together with folk tales of farmers, blacksmiths, and wise women doing laundry. There is a heart of the people's resistance. With a keen sense of time and swag, they continue to march, even when all is dark, with songs of mystical moon crickets that beckon a deep sense of true freedom, liberation, and veneration. I sing this ode to the drum. The response. Slave Code of South Carolina, Article 36, 1740. It is absolutely necessary to the safety of this providence that all due care be taken to restrain Negroes from using or keeping of drums, which may call together or give sign of notice to one another of their wicked designs and purposes. 1630, Barbados. Masters have been conducting weekly searches on behalf of the British Commonwealth nation. The living quarters of owned black bodies cannot contain the resistance. Formerly on their festivals were allowed the use of trumpets after their fashion and drums. But making use of these in the wars at home in Africa, it was thought too much inciting to rebellion, and so they were prohibited by the customs of the land. Slave owner Hans Sloane. 1688, Jamaica. 1711, St. Kitts. 1761, Bermuda. 1883, Trinidad and Tobago. 1894, Martinique. 1925, Cuba. August 21st, 1971, Haiti. Aibo Ball. Alone walk cannot we? Today dream I have I. Dreams conjure the waking mind, connecting a phenomenon to her essence, her true nature. Tresillo rhythms make constant yet cozy clave beds for freedom's dreams. On my first waking, the sounds of serenading violins and drums saluted my ears, and for some time continued. The portico was crowded with these dancers, fiddlers, and drumming. This memory reflects a people who put things together. West African sacred stories, contemplate love chants, and European jig fiddling. Resistance is in the ability to keep the memory of rocks in our pockets. 1739, South Carolina. They say it was an early Sunday morning. In the morning when I rise, they say the group was Angolas of Africa. My Lord, what a morning. They say the group called out liberty, marching on with colors displayed, with drums beating. When the stars begin to fall, when the stars begin to fall, they say the white people they met with did not leave that calling on this side of soil. Men, women, and children, so they say. Fix me for my long white robe. They say that the group finished in a field, dancing and dancing, calling more black bodies to them, singing and beating drums and dancing. And the sudden courage in the field and the humanity afterwards hath had so good an effect that there hath been no farther attempt, and the very spirit of revolt seems over. Unidentified white official, allegedly General James Oglethorpe. 1741, New York. 1800, Virginia. 1815, Virginia. 1831, Virginia. 1835, Florida. 1841, Bahamas. Are there two cultures in America? One that seems to change its mind overnight? You see, the drums were allowed on the ships by slave traders to keep slaves mentally and physically in shape. What's more is that any abolitionist caught allowing black folks to drum was fined $1,000 in today's money. We also see another culture that seems steadfast in their revolt. These survivors of the sub-Saharan and transatlantic slave trades are still telling the stories of their people creatively, for on the floor and under the protection of nighttime being the right time. James never saw a Juve Fete, never saw a bacchanal. James never saw a ring shout, second line, juba, gumboot, or a spiritual. Ain't never heard of no burning down a cornfield or of no gospel gospel war cry or slow drag, or of no jab jab, or risha, hoodoo, or voodoo. Jimmy certainly never heard of a resistance and a hairlock, a recipe of herbs, a mojo bag, or catching the spirits. The nature of history reproduces the most accurate beaten track to what will always repeat. Slave Code of South Carolina, Article 36, 1740. It is absolutely necessary to the safety of this providence that all due care be taken to restrain Negroes from using or keeping of drums, which may call together or give sign or notice to one another of their wicked designs and purposes. King a be he though, slave a evil is that he, slave a is he though, free is kind is that he. All at law know is law unjust, and that me too seems it. James never saw bop, bebop, post bop, hip hop, boom bop, afro bop, afrobeat, or Afro-Cuban free jazz. Jim didn't juke or wine. Jim didn't pretty mass, didn't grotesque mass. Jim didn't chip. Jim didn't salsa. Jim didn't soco, didn't samba, didn't do doomba, didn't millie rock, didn't two-step, didn't shoulder lean, didn't swag surf, didn't calypso. Jim don't rhythm, Jim don't frappe, don't contratempo, don't vogue, don't J set, Jim don't buck, Jim don't zydeco, don't capoeira, don't crumb, don't Mardi Gras, don't gritty, don't diddy, don't Jim don't din, don't did, don't. Without the drum, there can be no dance.